Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning. In last lecture, we have seen or we have started with the media access control. It is also called as a multiple access control protocol. This media access or multiple access control protocol, it is the lower or bottom sub layer of data link layer. Okay. If it is not present, then collision occur or garbled message occur. So that is the importance of this media access control layer or multiple access control layer sublayer, you can say. Then this multiple or media access control protocol having three sub protocols. Okay. So first one is random access protocol. Second one is a controlled access protocol and channelization protocol that we have seen in last lecture. Then all these protocol having some techniques for transmission of packets. In case of random access protocol, the techniques are Aloha, CSMA, CSMA CD, CSMA CA. Controlled access protocol having techniques reservation, polling, token passing, and channelization protocol having transmission techniques such as FDMA, TDMA, and CDMA. Okay. Now, first we will see what is a random access protocol. As the name indicate, and in last lecture we have covered it, in random access or contention method, no station is superior to another station. All stations are equal in position, in that whenever a station having a message, that station can transmit the message without considering the acknowledgement of any other station. Okay, that's why it is called as a random access. So no station permits or does not permit another station to send. At each instant, a station that has the data to send uses a procedure defined by the protocol to make a decision on whether or not to send. So it is totally depends upon the station. If the station having a data to send, then with a particular procedure, that station can transmit the data. If four stations are there and four stations having a data for transmission, then there is a collision of that data at a particular instant of time. So that is the drawback of random access. So under random access protocol, there are some techniques for transmission of the data. The first technique is Aloha. Second one is Aloha. Aloha, it is actually invented in a university called as Hawaii. It is invented in a university called as Hawaii. That's why name is given, that Aloha means additive link online Hawaii area. You can write random access control technique. The first one is Aloha. So what is Aloha? Aloha, you can write, it is invented or developed at the University of Hawaii. It is invented or developed at the University of Hawaii. 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 Hawaii University. For packet radio networks. For packet radio networks. But it is also applicable, but it is also applicable to any shared transmission media, to any shared transmission media. Okay, you can write this part. Have you finished this part? Hmm? Yes or no? Have you written this part?
Yes, sir. Yes.
बाकीच्यांना काय झालंय? What about others?
Yes, sir.
बोलत जा. At the time of okay, this 51, 50. At the time of present is 62 wares there. One second. Okay. So it is, you can write random access means, right? Random access means there is no definite or scheduled time. There is no definite or scheduled time for any station to transmit. For any station to transmit. This scheme is simple. This scheme is simple and it is asynchronous. And it is asynchronous. Why it is called as asynchronous? Can anyone? Why it is called as asynchronous? Because there is no coordination among the users. There is no any coordination among the users. That's why it is called as a asynchronous. Okay. Asynchronous. Then in next line, you can write, there are two sub-techniques of Aloha. There are two sub-techniques of Aloha. Two sub-techniques of Aloha. Number one, pure Aloha. Number one is pure Aloha. And number two is slotted Aloha. Which are the sub-techniques of Aloha? Pure Aloha and slotted Aloha. Okay. Then next line you can write pure Aloha. Pure Aloha. So what is pure Aloha? The original Aloha protocol is called pure Aloha. Write it. The original Aloha protocol is called as pure Aloha. Okay, you can draw the diagram of pure Aloha. So here there are 4 stations. Each station transmit the data whenever the station having a data. There is no any coordination between the stations. Okay, do it fast. And these gray patches, these 2 gray patches are there. These gray patches indicate the collision of frames. These gray patches indicate the collision. Once you finish, tell me. Do it fast. you keep in mind all these stations transmit the frames on a single channel only. Okay, so this one is the single channel, and in a single channel, these 4 stations transmit simultaneously. That's why collision occur inside a channel. Finished?
1 minute, sir. Done, sir.
Okay. So this pure aloha, it is totally depends upon the acknowledgement from the receiver side. Suppose station 1 send frame and it wait for the acknowledgement from the receiver side. Okay. If acknowledgement does not received from the receiver side within a period of time, then the transmitter station assume that the frame has been destroyed, and that station resend the frame, Okay, means this, in this case, in pure aloha, the transmission is totally depends upon the acknowledgement from the receiver side. Okay, if the acknowledgement not received within a period of time, then station assume that our transmitted frame get destroyed, and that station retransmit the frame. Okay, now whenever 2 frames try to occupy the channel at the same time, there will be a collision and both will garbled. That you know, if you see it, all the station transmitted randomly without considering the acknowledgement from other stations. Okay, that time the gray shades, if you see, the gray shade indicate the collision of the frames. Okay, when collision occur, the frames are not received at the receiver side within a period. That's why no any acknowledgement from the receiver side. If there is no any acknowledgement from receiver at a particular time period, then station assume that the frame get destroyed and it resend without considering the acknowledgement from other stations again. That's why it is called as a random. That's why it is called as a random access. Okay. Now, here, by using the flow chart, we will see how the pure aloha works. Okay, so this is the flow chart of working of pure aloha. Okay, how the working takes place. Here, station has a frame to send. Any station you can consider. Then here K indicate the number of attempts. Okay, first K is equal to 0. It send the frame. It wait timeout. It wait for the timeout, and that timeout is nothing but the 2 into TP. What is TP? It is the maximum propagation time. It is the maximum propagation time. Up to that, the station has to wait. If the acknowledgement received within that period, then we can say there is a successful transmission of the frame. Okay, so this part is covered. If acknowledgement is not received, then it go for the second attempt. K is equal to K plus 1. Okay, now here the K max, for example, we consider as a 15. Okay, now up to 15 times this process takes place. Up to 15 times this process takes place. If all the attempts are covered, all the attempts are done, then we can say that we can abort the transmission. And if attempts are not covered, then choose a random number R between 0 to 2 raised to K minus 1. Okay, here maximum K max normally is 15. 2 raised to 15 if you calculate minus 1, then these are many number of the atoms for the transmission. Okay, now 0 to that atom it consider, and then it wait TB. What is TB? Back of time. What is TB? Back of time. And that TB is calculated. TB is equal to R into TP, maximum propagation time. And then it resend the frame. Then it resend the frame. So this process is in a loop up to maximum K, maximum attempt. Got it? What is the process of pure aloha? Yes or no? Rohit? Rohit Nakashe. Kunal?
Yes, sir.
You got it? What is pure aloha?
Yes, sir.
Harshal?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the process. You can draw it within 2 minutes only. Within 2 minutes. By solving the example, all these parameters will get clear. What is K? What is TP? What is TFR? And then what is TB? Finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, for clarification, we will see this example. The station on a wireless Aloha network are a maximum of 600 kilometers apart. Okay. The distance between the transmitter and receiver is 600 kilometers. If we assume that signals propagate at 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second, we find TP is equal to, what is TP? TP is equal to maximum propagation time. Okay, so maximum propagation time is equal to 600 into 10 raised to 5 divided by the speed of transmission, 3 into 10 raised to 8 is equal to 2 millisecond, is equal to 2 millisecond. Okay, so maximum propagation time means up to that the transmitter station can wait. That is called as a propagation time. Okay, now by using that, anyone or you can find out the TB means back of time for a particular attempt, Okay, so here now we can find the value of TB back of time for different values of K. So what is back of time? Up to that, it wait for the acknowledgement and again retransmit the frame. That is called as a back of time. Okay. Now here we know what is K. This is K is the number of attempt. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that one. Up to 15 you can consider. Okay. Now here we consider for first attempt, K is equal to 1. The range is 0 to 1. How to calculate this range? 0 to 1. How to calculate this range? 0 to 2 raised to K minus 1. How to calculate it? 0 to 2 raised to K minus 1. Actually, this is a random number between 0 to 2 raised to K minus 1. Okay. So that's why the range is 0 to 1. K is equal to 1. 2 raised to K. 2 raised to K means 2 raised to K means 2 minus 1 means 0 to 1. Okay, that's why range is 0 to 1. The station need to generate a random number with a value of 0 or 1. Okay, with a random value of 0 or 1. This means that the TB is either 0 millisecond. How to calculate TB? TB is equal to R into TP. Okay, and R is the range. R is the range of attempt, you can say. R is the range of attempt. And what is TP? TP is the propagation time. Okay, here we calculate this propagation time, TP is equal to 2 millisecond. That's why the backup time is for 0 attempt, K is equal to 0. It is 0 millisecond. And for 1 second attempt, it becomes 2 millisecond. Okay. For next value, for second attempt, K is equal to 2. What is the range? R is equal to 0 to 2 raised to K minus 1. Okay. K is equal to 2. That's why it becomes 2 raised to 2 minus 1 means 0 to 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. And for all that values, the backup time is 0, 2, 4, and 6 millisecond. For K is equal to 3, range is this one, and time is this one, backup time is this one. So these are the parameters included in the process of pure Aloha, K, TP, and TB. Got it? Clear it?
Yes,
These are
sir,
the
yes.
terms included
Yes, sir.
in pure Aloha. And in short, can anyone tell me what is the drawback of this pure Aloha? From these slides, can you tell me what is the drawback of pure Aloha? What happened in pure Aloha? Riddhi? Riddhi is there? Riddhi Mishra. Pooja? Okay, it's up to you. Next.
So is it the thing that it has to wait for the acknowledgement?
And any station can transmit anytime. There is no any particular slot allotted for the transmission. Okay, for the station. That's why it is called as random. It is called as a pure aloha. That's why it is called as a pure aloha. Okay. Then next is vulnerable time for pure aloha protocol. What is vulnerable time? What is vulnerable time? So draw it first, then I will tell you what is vulnerable time. Here TFR is the frame transmission time. TFR means frame transmission time. Finished? Okay. Now if you see here, T minus TFR is the starting time At that time, suppose this station A transmit the frame A, station A transmit the frame A, then at a period of time T, at a period of time T, because here up to T, the frame A completes its frame time. Now within that period, means T minus TFR to T, any other frame, suppose B, having or transmit the frame without considering the transmission of A, then the beginning of A collide with end of B. Beginning of A collide with beginning of A. Sorry, beginning of A, correct. Beginning of A. So this is means B ends collide with A beginning. Similarly, here the C transmitted the frame without considering A transmission. Then at a particular time, the end of A collide with beginning of C. That's why in pure Aloha, the total vulnerable period is 2 into TFR. Total vulnerable period is 2 into TFR. So as the vulnerable period increases, what is vulnerable period? In that period, most of the frame collides each other. Most of the frames collides each other. That period is called as a vulnerable period. If period is maximum, it indicates that there is loss of frames. There is more loss of frames. Okay. Now, if a transmission technique having less vulnerable period is called as a efficient transmission technique. Now here, if you see, TFR is nothing but a single frame transmission time. And in pure Aloha, this vulnerable period is nothing but the 2 into single frame transmission time. So it is much high. So this is a biggest drawback of pure Aloha system, in that vulnerable period is twice of single transmission period time. It is twice of single frame transmission time. Got it? Okay. Then next, some important terms related to this Aloha are throughput, offer traffic, and channel capacity. Throughput, offer traffic, and channel capacity. So this is maximum time asked question. Aloha and its parameter: throughput, offer time, and channel capacity. What is throughput? Throughput is nothing but in general, in case of a production company, if you say what is throughput? Throughput is nothing but the amount of product or services given by the company to its client within a specific period of time. That is called as a throughput in case of production company. What is throughput? It is nothing but a amount of or the products generated or developed or manufactured or services given by the company to its client within a specific period of time is nothing but the throughput. But in case of transmission, in case of packet or frame transmission, how we can define the throughput? The throughput, yes, is defined as average successful traffic transmitted between stations per unit time. What is the definition of throughput? The throughput is defined as average successful traffic, means without destroy of a frame, how the stations get transmitted. Its frame transmission is called as a traffic. Actually, frame transmission is called as a traffic. So average successful traffic, average successful frames transmitted by the stations per unit time. In short, what is throughput? Throughput is nothing but the average successful frames transmitted by the stations in a channel per unit time is called as a throughput. So per unit time is the time required to transmit a frame. Okay, and keep in mind it is denoted by S, capital S. Then related to that, second parameter is offer traffic. Offer traffic means offered frames for the transmission. Traffic means it is these are the number of frames transmitted by all the stations within a channel. So how many offer traffic means number of frames offered by the station. So it is the average number of packets per slot. Average number of packets per slot are presented to the network. It is denoted by G. It is denoted by capital G. The throughput means the efficiency, you can say. The throughput is expressed in terms of offered G. What is the formula for that? We will see in next slide. The throughput is expressed in terms of offered traffic. Practically, G can have the value between 0 to infinity. What is G? G is the offered traffic, number of frames. In short, it is called as a number of frames. So how many number of frames are there? Either it is no frame or infinite number of frames. Okay, that is called as a offered traffic. Then channel capacity. What is channel capacity? The maximum achievable throughput is called as capacity of that channel. Maximum achievable throughput. What is throughput? Average successful frames transmitted by all the station per unit time is called as a throughput. And all these terms are interlinked to each other. Okay, got it? What is throughput? What is offer traffic and channel capacity? Okay. Now, we will see the throughput for pure Aloha. You can write it. Throughput for pure Aloha. S is equal to, what is S? S is the throughput. It is equal to G. G, what is G? G is the offer traffic, means number of frames from all the stations into e raised to minus 2g. So you keep in mind this formula, based on that problem may ask. So in pure Aloha, this is the equation for throughput. Okay. Now here the maximum value of this e raised to minus value is, can anyone, what is the maximum value of this? So maximum value for this e raised to minus 1 is the maximum value. E raised to minus 1 is the maximum value. When we get e raised to minus 1 here, when g is equal to half, when g is equal to half, then we get the maximum value for this e raised to minus 1. When we say g is equal to half, what it means? What it means? What is g? G is the offer traffic. G is the offer traffic. If offer traffic is 50%, if offer traffic is 50%, then we get the maximum throughput in pure Aloha. That is the meaning of this. And this, and in case of pure Aloha, the maximum throughput is 0.184. Maximum throughput in pure Aloha is 0.184. Question may ask, the maximum throughput in pure Aloha is 0.184 or 18.4% or 18.4%. Justify. So you have to justify using this one. Okay. Write this. %18% is the maximum throughput in pure Aloha. Okay. Then we will see slotted aloha. Slotted aloha. You can draw it fast within 2 to 3 minutes. Second subtype of aloha is slotted aloha. Okay. Now stop writing. I will give it the time. First, clear what is this slotted aloha. So this in this slotted aloha, the channel time is divided into time slots. If you see, this is the channel period, and this channel period is divided into number of slots. Okay. And the station are allowed to transmit at a specific instant of time only. All the stations are allowed to transmit the frame at a specific instant of time. And if you see, these slots are exactly equal to the packet transmission time. These slots are exactly equal to the packet transmission time. Okay. Now here, if you see, all the users are synchronized for a particular time slot. All the stations are, all the users or all the stations are synchronized for a particular time slot, so that whenever a user generates a packet, it must synchronize exactly with the next possible channel slot. Okay. When a station having a packet generate a packet, it must synchronize with next possible channel slot. And because of that one, the vulnerable period, because of that one, the vulnerable period is equal to the single frame transmission time. That's why in slotted aloha, the vulnerable period becomes equal to single frame transmission time. Whereas in case of pure aloha, the vulnerable period is twice of single frame transmission time, 2 TFR. And in case of slotted aloha, because of the total period, channel period is divided into number of slots, and this number of means each time slot is equal to the single frame transmission time, and that's why there is a synchronization between all the stations for the frame transmission. Because of that, the vulnerable time or vulnerable period is single frame transmission time, that is TFR only. Okay, so that this is the these are the advantages of the slotted aloha against pure aloha. Okay, so you can write 2-3 points related to slotted aloha. These are some assumptions related to slotted aloha. Right, number one, all frames are of same size. So this is the condition. All frames are of same size. Next, time is divided into equal size slot. Time is divided into equal size slots. Stations are synchronized. Stations are synchronized. Okay. If two or more stations transmit in a slot, two or more station transmit in a slot, all stations detect collision before the slot end. So these are some points related to the slotted aloha. Now, the throughput for the slotted aloha is S is equal to G into e raised to minus G. So what is the difference between pure aloha throughput and slotted aloha throughput?
Minus 2G in pure.
There minus 2G is there, and here only minus G is there. Okay. Now we know here the explanation minus value. What is the maximum? It is e raised to minus 1. That's why G is equal to 1. G is equal to 1. And what is G? What is G? G is the offer traffic. What is offer traffic? Number of frames, average number of frames transmitted by the stations. So here G is equal to 1 means 100%. G is equal to 1 means 100%. And that time, if you calculate the throughput, the maximum throughput for slotted aloha is 0.368 or 36.8%. So it is double as compared to pure aloha. It is double as compared to pure aloha. So this is the advantage of slotted aloha over the pure aloha. What is the difference between slotted and pure aloha? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir.